Namaste. Welcome to all the students. All of the students are most welcome to this Radio Pathshala program. You may listen this program from Radio Suseli 106.3 MHz and Nispaksha TV. You may watch this program from Nispaksha TV also. And I am Basu Pokhrel, as usual, from Sajilal Secondary School, Sundar Harecha 6 Morang, and I am here as a facilitator of economic subject. Now I hope all of the students, you are fine, you are doing your reading and writing activities. I hope so. And now let's start today's lesson. Dear students, had you prepared your previous lesson? That means I had given you a home assignment. And that assignment was drawing of or derivation of average and marginal cost curve. I hope you have drawn it. And now if you haven't drawn, it's okay. I'm going to draw it. So now be ready for the derivation of AC and MC, or average cost and marginal cost curve. Now for the derivation of average cost curve and marginal cost curve, you must have the schedule. And I hope you have got the schedule in your exercise book also. You have got the schedule in your copy also. And now our schedule, I had drawn this in previous class also, and the same schedule is here. And the schedule is now at the heading of the schedule, write derivation of average and marginal cost curve. Write derivation of average and marginal cost curves. This is the heading of the schedule or table. And now this schedule has been divided into 4 columns. So be ready. Now use your pencil, use your scale. Now at first, the first column represents output, and there are 6 rows. Second one is total cost column. There are also 6 rows. Third one is average cost column, and fourth one is marginal cost column. And all of them have got 6 rows. Okay, output from 1 to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total cost. Now start writing. Total cost 10, 18, 24, 32, 50 and 72. Okay, did you complete? Yes, again I am going to repeat. 10, 18, 24, 32, 50 and 72. This is the value of total cost. Now under average cost column, now write 10, because average cost is calculated by the help of using a formula. I think you know the formula. The formula is AC is equal to TC upon Q. You may know it. You must know it. Average cost is the result of dividing total cost by the number of output produced. That's why now TC upon Q. So 10 divided by 1, it is 10. 18 divided by 2, it is 9. 24 divided by 3, it is 8. 32 divided by 4, it is 8. 50 divided by 5, it is 10. And 72 divided by 6, it is 12. In this way, average cost column can be completed or can be fulfilled. Similarly, there is marginal cost column. Now marginal cost, you know that marginal cost is the change in total cost due to the production of one more unit of a commodity. It is the change. That's why now marginal cost, look here at first 10. Now 18 minus 10, then 8 in second row you have to write 8. Now in third row 24 minus 18 is equal to 6. Now another one 32 minus 24, it is 8. 50 minus 32, it is 18. And 72 minus 50, it is 22. Now again I am going to repeat. marginal cost, under marginal cost column, please write 10, 8, 6, 8, 18 and 22. Okay, I think you have completed this column. Now from this column you can easily find out the relationship between AC and MC also. Now this question can also be asked, that carries 5 full marks. So now regarding this question, now you have to draw this schedule also. So now if you are asked show the relationship between average cost and marginal cost, or show the relationship between AC and MC, at that time you have to draw this schedule, and after drawing this schedule you have to summarize the relationship between AC and MC by drawing the AC curve and MC curve also. Now let's see what is the relationship between average cost and marginal cost. Now let's see. Now both of them can be calculated by the help of total cost. Both of them can be calculated by the help of total cost. That is, average cost is the result of dividing total cost by the number of output produced. And another one, marginal cost is the change in total cost due to the production of one more unit of output. That's why both of them can be calculated by the help of total cost. And now at the beginning, average cost and marginal cost, both of them are same. That is 10 and 10. Look your schedule also, dear students. Look your schedule. Now average cost is 10 when one unit of output is produced. The value of average cost is 10. The value of marginal cost is also 10. Now after that, after the production of second unit of output, now both of them start diminishing. Average cost also diminishes and marginal cost also diminishes. But look the difference between them. Now average cost diminishes from 10 to 9, but marginal cost diminishes from 10 to 8. That means the rate of diminishing of average cost is quite slow, that is slower than marginal cost. That means average cost diminishes slowly, but marginal cost diminishes quickly. Another third unit, average cost becomes 8, marginal cost becomes 6. Again also both of them are diminishing. The value of average cost and marginal cost, both of them, it is diminishing and diminishing continuously, but the same. That means average cost diminishes slowly, but marginal cost diminishes quickly. Now when fourth unit of output is produced, now average cost is constant. That means when third unit of output is produced, there is average cost 8. When fourth unit is produced, again 8. That means when there is fourth unit of output is produced, the value of average cost is 8. That is, it is constant. But marginal cost, now after the production of third unit, that means when fourth unit of output is produced, marginal cost has started to increase and it has become 8 from 6. That means when fourth unit of output is produced. And now after fourth unit of output is produced, now in the production of fifth unit, now average cost, it starts increasing. It starts increasing and it has become 10. The value of average cost becomes 10 when fifth unit of output is produced. But when fifth unit of output is produced, the value of marginal cost has already started to increase and it has become 18. And similarly, when sixth unit of output is produced, average cost has become 12 and marginal cost has become 22. That means now after a certain point, both of them start increasing and the average cost increases slowly, but marginal cost increases quickly. And this type of relationship can be found by the help of this schedule. That's why all of them, the value of average cost and marginal cost, both of them can be calculated by the value of total cost. And average cost is the result of dividing total cost by the number of units produced. And marginal cost is the change in total cost due to the production of one more unit of output. In this way, we can show this type of relationship between average cost and marginal cost. Now, after drawing this schedule, now let's draw average cost curve and marginal cost curve. Now, please students, now get ready for the drawing of this average cost curve and marginal cost curve. Now I am going to draw. Now use your pencil, use your scale also. Okay, let's draw average cost curve and marginal cost curve in a diagram. Now you have to draw a diagram. Now this origin point is denoted by O, then horizontal axis is denoted by X, OX, and vertical axis is denoted by OY. Now let's draw similar type of diagram. And now you have to write another thing, that is OX axis represents output. It is output axis, OX axis, that is horizontal axis. Horizontal axis represents output, whereas vertical axis, that is OY axis, represents AC and MC. Vertical axis represents average cost and marginal cost. Now output, how many outputs are produced by this producer? That is 6. 6 output. That's why now divide this OX axis into 6 pieces which are of similar length. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, up to 6 units. Now all these points from 0 to 1, it is 1 centimeter, or what? 1 to 2, it is what is the distance from origin to 1? It is equal to 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and so on. And similarly, now let's divide this OY axis or vertical axis from 5, that is from origin 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, then 25, because we have got the highest value is 22. That's why highest value of marginal cost is 22. That's why we have drawn up to 25. Now let's draw average cost at first. Average cost curve. Let's draw. Now average cost at first, when 1 unit of output is produced, average cost is 10. That's why now find a point here, 1 and 10. Now do in your copy also, students, do in your copy 1 and 10. Now at first find a point. Then second unit of output, it is 9. Second unit of output, it is 9, just below this 10, it is 9. Then third unit of output, it is 8, just below this 9, it is 8. Then fourth unit of output, it is again 8, it is constant. Then fifth unit of output, it is 10, fifth unit, it is 10. And sixth unit of output, it is 12. Make a point, find a point there, 12. Okay, now join all these points by using scale. Look here, it slopes slightly down at first, then it becomes constant, straight line, then it starts increasing slightly like this. This is AC. In this way we can draw average cost curve. It is generally, it is U-shaped, but here the distance, the gap is very small, that's why it does not look like U-shape. But if the gap you make is larger, then average cost curve is always U-shaped. Now this is the derivation of average cost curve. Now I hope you have also drawn average cost curve in your copy. After this, now let's draw marginal cost curve. Are you ready, students? Okay, now let's start. First unit, it is 10, the point from where average cost has started, same point. Second unit, it is 8. Second unit, it is 8. Suppose it is here. Third unit, it is 6. Third unit, it is 6, just above 5. It is 6. Fourth unit, it is 8. It touches AC now. Then fifth unit, it is 18. It is 18. Suppose it is here 18, and now 6th unit it is 22. 6th unit it is 22, just below 25. 22. Now let's join all these points by using scale or freehand. Also you may do. Look here. Look here. This is MC. In this way we can derive marginal cost curve. Now from this we can say that, look here, the relationship between average cost curve and marginal cost curve can also be explained by the help of this derivation of AC and MC. That means, now what happens? Look here, at first both of them start from the same point, then they start diminishing, but as I told you previously, now both of them diminish at first, but the rate AC diminishes slowly, but MC diminishes quickly. Look here, up to 3rd unit of output, now MC diminishes, but when there is the production of 4th unit, MC starts increasing. But up to 3rd unit of output, AC diminishes slowly. From 3rd unit to 4th unit, AC becomes constant, and when 4th unit of output is produced, now AC and MC, both of them meet each other. And you have to remember one thing, that thing is that now MC and AC, both of them are equal each other at AC's lowest point. That means MC never intersect AC at AC's any other points except AC's lowest point. That means AC and MC, both of them are equal each other at AC's lowest point. You must remember this thing, because this type of diagram is also necessary when we discuss something about the price and output determination process under different types of market structure. That's why you must remember AC and MC, both of them are equal each other at AC's lowest point. In no any other points MC intersect AC except AC's lowest point. That means MC always intersects AC at AC's lowest point, and after that AC also starts increasing. Look here, AC starts increasing, but the rate is very slow. AC increases very slowly, but MC has already started to increase. And now look, now MC goes up and up quickly. That means the increasing rate of MC is faster than the increasing rate of AC. In this way, you can easily show the relationship between AC and MC by drawing the schedule and by drawing this type of diagram. Now let's discuss that. Now sometimes one question is also asked. The question is that, why is AC generally U-shaped? Why? Now let's discuss something about that. Why is AC generally U-shaped? This type of question can also be asked in your examination, and this carries 5 full marks. That means, look here, generally AC becomes like this. AC, it is U-shaped. Now why? Why does so happen? Now while explaining this, that means the U-shape of AC curve is due to different types of reasons. The most important reason is behind this is that there is the law of variable proportion operates in the process of production. Now you must remember one thing. That thing is that in class 9 also you had studied in economics subject the law of variable proportions. According to this law, there are 3 stages of production. These stages are, there is increasing, that means increasing returns, then constant returns, and then diminishing returns. Due to the application of law of variable proportions in the process of production, average cost curve it diminishes at first and it becomes constant and it goes upward. That's why it is generally U-shaped. Now, how to explain it? Now, let's explain. The reason for U-shaped average cost curve is the operation of the law of variable proportions in the field of production. This law, that means law of variable proportions, this law includes three types of returns. This law includes three types of returns. They are increasing returns, constant returns, then diminishing returns. Yes, three types of stages can be found, can be explained by law of variable proportions. Now, when we add variable factors, that is labor, suppose, when we add variable factors to the given amount of fixed factors in the beginning, till the optimum combination is not reached, the increasing returns operate in the production. That means production goes on increasing. Production goes on increasing. So when production goes on increasing, then per unit cost starts diminishing. Now average cost is also per unit cost. That's why at the beginning, when the ratio of variable factor to the fixed factor is not equal, if we go on producing something, then per unit cost goes on diminishing continuously. That's why at first average cost goes downward. After that, when the optimum combination of fixed factor and variable factor is reached, when the point of optimal combination of fixed factor and variable factor of production is reached, then there is the constant returns. That means production becomes constant. When production becomes constant, then there is the lowest point of average cost. Remember this. There is the lowest point of average cost, and in this situation, production becomes the highest one. Production becomes the when the ratio of fixed factors to variable factors is optimum, then production becomes highest one. There now average cost becomes constant and it becomes the lowest one. And again, if we go on increasing the units of different types of factors of production, variable factors of production beyond that point, then what happens? Production does not increase. Production starts diminishing. That's why there is diminishing returns operates in the production process. As a result, per unit cost starts increasing. That's why average cost curve goes upward from this point. In this way, we can explain that the reasons behind the U-shape of average cost curve. Now, I think it is clear to you. I think you do not have any problems regarding this U-shaped AC curve, U-shaped average cost curve, and relationship between average cost curve and marginal cost curve. Students, you are following me. Now, we just completed discussing cost concept. Now, let's start discussing revenue concept. Now, revenue. Do you know what is the definition of revenue? Can you discuss? Let's think about it. Yes, revenue. Revenue is the income. Revenue refers to the amount that is received by an entrepreneur or a producer by the sale of different units of a commodity. Again, I am going to repeat. Revenue is the total receipt. It is the receipt. It is the amount which has been earned by a producer or by a seller after producing and selling different units of a commodity. That is called revenue. Now from this you can easily write the definition of revenue. Now there are three types of revenues. There are three types of revenues. Now the first one is total revenue. Total revenue, in short, it is denoted by TR. Total revenue. Now total revenue. Now when we discuss something about total cost, we also discussed the cost concept. Now here we are going to discuss the concept of total revenue. Now what is the meaning of total revenue? Let's discuss. Sometimes a question that carries one full mark may be asked. Total revenue. Total revenue is the total receipt. It is the total money that a firm or a producer or a seller receives from the sale of different units of commodity or output. Again, I am going to repeat. Total revenue is the total money that a firm receives from the sale of its product. I think it is clear. Now, to calculate total revenue, we have got a formula. Formula is total revenue can be calculated by using this formula. TR is equal to P into Q. TR is equal to P into Q. Here TR denotes total revenue, P is per unit price, P refers to per unit price, and Q refers to quantity sold. That means how many units of a quantity is sold. Now if it is multiplied by the current per unit price of that commodity, then we can have the amount of total revenue. Now suppose there is a producer. And that producer sells 100 units of something. That is Q is equal to 100. 100 units of something in a market at the per unit price is 5. If per unit price is 5 and he sells 100 units of this commodity, then how to calculate TR here? Suppose this is a question. That means if a question is asked to you that a producer sells 100 units of a commodity at the rate of 5 rupees per unit price, calculate total revenue. Suppose this is the question that carries one full mark. Now to solve this problem, now here Q is equal to 100, P is equal to 5, then TR equals what? Now we know that TR is equal to P into Q. TR is equal to P into Q. Now here P is 5 and Q is 100 units is equal to 500. That is rupees 500 is the total revenue. In this way we can calculate total revenue by using this formula. And sometimes this total revenue is the summation of marginal revenue also. It can also be obtained by summing of the marginal revenues. That's why we may write TR is equal to summation MR. This can also be used to calculate total revenue. Okay, from this I think the concept of total revenue is clear. Now let's discuss another concept, that is average revenue. Now average revenue, let's discuss something about average revenue. AR, it is denoted by AR. I think you are writing in your copy also, students. Now average revenue. Now while discussing something about the concept of average revenue, now try to remember the concept of average cost. Try to remember the concept of average cost. Yes, I think you guessed. Now average revenue is the result of dividing total revenue by the number of units sold in the market. Again, I am going to repeat it. Average revenue is the result of dividing total revenue by the number of units sold in the market. That means to calculate average revenue, we must have the value of total revenue at first. Then how many units of that commodity are sold in the market, we must have the value of that one. If we have the value of total revenue and the number of units sold in the market, then we can easily calculate average revenue. And another thing you have to remember is that average revenue is the per unit revenue, or it is the per unit price. Average revenue is always equal to per unit price. It is the price per unit. Average revenue can also be defined as the price per unit of a commodity. That's why, since average revenue is the result of dividing total revenue by the number of units sold in the market, it can be expressed as AR is equal to TR upon Q. AR is equal to TR upon Q, where AR denotes average revenue, TR denotes total revenue, and Q denotes quantity sold. How many units of a quantity sold in the market, it is denoted by Q. And now suppose let's have one example. Suppose there is a producer and he has produced, he has produced 10 units, Q is equal to 10 units of something, and after producing and selling 10 units of something, the total revenue received by him is equal to 200 rupees. Rupees 200 suppose. Then you are asked calculate AR. What is the value of AR? You are asked. Now look here. The information given to you is, if a producer receives rupees 200 as his total revenue after the sale of 10 units of something, then calculate average revenue. Again, if a producer receives rupees 200 as total revenue after the sale of 10 units of something, then what is the value of average revenue? Now given to you, what is the information given to you? The information given to you is Q is equal to 10 units, TR is equal to rupees 200, then you have to find AR is equal to what? Now according to our formula, now we know that AR is equal to TR upon Q. Now put the value. TR is equal to here 200 is divided by Q is equal to 10 units. That's why is equal to rupees 20. Rupees 20 is the average revenue. That is, per unit price of this commodity is rupees 20. In this way, you can calculate the value of average revenue. And now I hope you do not have any problem regarding this average revenue concept. Now another type of revenue is called marginal revenue. Now let's write something about marginal revenue and let's discuss something about the concept of marginal revenue. Write in your copy also marginal revenue, inside the bracket MR. Marginal revenue, inside the bracket MR. I hope you have written. Yes, marginal revenue. Marginal means change. Remember this. Marginal means change. If you discuss something about marginal cost, that is change in cost, change in total cost. Here also marginal revenue, change in total revenue. Okay, now how to define it? Marginal revenue is the change in total revenue due to the sale of one more unit of a commodity. Again, I am going to repeat it. Follow me. Marginal revenue is the change in total revenue due to the sale of one more unit of a commodity. Yes, that means at what amount total revenue changes due to the sale of one extra unit of a commodity, that is called marginal revenue. That means at what amount total revenue changes due to the sale of one unit of a commodity, that is called marginal revenue. Suppose look here. Now when a producer sells one unit of a commodity, then total revenue is equal to 20 rupees, suppose. Then he increases one more unit and he sells second unit of a commodity. Then marginal revenue, it becomes, suppose it becomes total revenue, it becomes 8. Total revenue, it becomes 28, suppose 28. That means when first unit of output is sold, total revenue is 20 rupees. When second unit of output is sold in the market, then total revenue becomes 28. Now, according to our definition, now let's apply this definition. At what amount total revenue changes? At what amount total revenue changes after the sale of one more unit of a commodity? From 1 unit to 2 unit, now it has increased from 1 unit by 1 unit. And what is the amount? What is the amount from which total revenue changes? Now look here. Here is 8. That means total revenue has increased by 8. Total revenue has increased from 20 to 28. And the difference between 28 to 20 is equal to 8 rupees. Because of the sale of one more unit of a commodity. So now we have a formula to calculate marginal revenue. The formula is MR is equal to delta TR upon delta Q. MR is equal to delta TR upon delta Q. Here delta TR, change in total revenue. Delta Q, change in quantity sold. MR is marginal revenue, you know it. Delta TR, change in total revenue. And delta Q, change in quantity sold. Now look here. Let's apply this numerical value into this formula. Now delta TR. Delta TR means change in total revenue. 28 minus 20. 28 minus 20 is divided by delta Q. Change in quantity sold. Now 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is equal to 8 upon 1 is equal to 8. Look here. This is the answer. In this way, we can calculate marginal revenue. And we have got another formula also. For the calculation of marginal revenue, we have got another formula. Now the formula is MRN is equal to TRN minus TRN minus 1. MRN is equal to TRN minus TRN minus 1. Now let's apply this formula in this example also. Now look here, total revenue of nth unit means last unit. Total revenue of last unit, that is 28. 28 minus total revenue of n minus 1 means second last unit, 20, is equal to rupees 8. This is the answer. In this way, we can calculate marginal revenue. So marginal revenue is the change in total revenue due to the sale of one more unit of a commodity. Students, Is it clear? Is it clear? So we have completed the concept of total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. Okay. Welcome back again, students. Now let's discuss something about derivation of revenue curves under perfect competition. Now, how to derive revenue curves under perfect competition we are going to discuss now. Now, you know that what is the meaning of perfect competition? Perfect competition is that type of market structure in which large number of buyers and sellers are engaged in buying and selling process where homogeneous or identical type of goods and commodities are sold and purchased in the market. This is called perfect competition. So at first you must have the knowledge of perfect competition at first. Now just I told you, perfect competition is that type of market structure in which there is a large number of buyers and sellers. And the large number of buyers and sellers, now they are engaged in buying and selling of homogeneous goods and commodities, or they are completely identical goods and commodities. That is called perfect competition. And under perfect competition, what happens? Now all the goods and commodities are identical or they are homogeneous. Homogeneous means price is same, quality is same, designing, packaging, quality, etc. Everything, each and everything, they are same. But in real life situation, this type of perfectly competitive market cannot be found. It is an imaginary case. It is only limited in the theories of economics. In reality, we cannot find such types of market structure. Now, so when we discuss the definition of this perfect competition, now under perfect competition, now what happens that price remains constant. Price is same. This is because price is fixed by an industry under perfect competition. Now then what is industry? Industry is a group of firms that produce homogeneous product. That is an industry in economics. That means according to economics, industry can be defined as a group of firms that produce homogeneous product. So now industry is the producer also, and industry is the price maker. Remember this, industry always fixes the price of different types of goods and commodities, and firm or individual seller is the price taker. Remember this. Under perfect competition, industry is the price maker and individual firm or individual seller is the price taker. That's why under perfect competition, an individual firm or an individual seller is unable to change the current market price. This is because if a single seller or firm tries to change the current market price, his effort becomes meaningless. It is just like a drop in the ocean. That is because the number of seller is so large in the market, or the number of buyer is so large in the market that an individual's effort is completely meaningless. He cannot influence other remaining buyers and sellers in the market. That's why market price always becomes constant in the perfect competition, because industry fixes the price. Industry is the price maker and individual seller or individual firm is the price taker. That's why price always remains constant. And we have already discussed that price and average revenue is same. Price is the average revenue is the per unit price of a commodity. That's why now you can draw a schedule in your copy also. Now heading of the schedule, TR, AR, MR under perfect competition. You may write in your copy to TR, AR, MR under perfect competition. This is the heading of the schedule, and let's divide this schedule into 4 columns. The first one units, second one AR equals P, that is average revenue is equal to price. Average revenue and price is same, so AR equals P, second column. Now third column represents total revenue, and fourth column marginal revenue. Fourth column is marginal revenue. Okay, I think you have completed. And there are 7 rows altogether. 7 rows are there. So under unit column, write from 1 to 7. Okay. Then under AR is equal to P column. Now write 10 in each. 10, 1 unit 10, 2 unit 10, 3 unit 10, 4 unit 10, 5 unit 10, 6 unit 10, 7th unit 10. This is because price remains constant. Price is always same under perfect competition. That's why 10. Now total revenue. Now you know that how to calculate total revenue. Total revenue is the result of multiplying Q, that is output sold, with respective price. That's why P into Q. 10 into 1, 10, 10 into 2, 20, 10 into 3, 30, 10 into 4, 40. Similarly, 10 into 7, 70. In this way, you can calculate the value of total revenue. So, total revenue is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. Now, marginal revenue. You know that marginal revenue is the change in total revenue due to the sale of one more unit of a commodity. Change in total revenue due to the sale of one more unit of a commodity. That's why at first 10, then 20 minus 10, 10. Now the marginal revenue of second unit of output is 10. Marginal revenue of third unit of output is 30 minus 20 is equal to 10. Fourth unit of output 40 minus 30, 10. Similarly, you can calculate the value of marginal revenue. In this way, the value of marginal revenue is 10 in how many units of output are sold, and the value of AR, that is also equal to 10, how many units of output are sold. In this way, we can have this type of schedule for the derivation of revenue curves under perfect competition. So, you should remember, price is always constant. Price is always same under perfect competition, and this is also denoted by AR, average revenue. And what is the value of average revenue? It is equal to marginal revenue. Remember this. Average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition is always similar. This is because average revenue is price. Price is constant under perfect competition. That's why the value of average revenue is constant. And now, when the value of average revenue is constant, if we multiply this constant average revenue by increasing number of units sold, then total revenue goes on increasing continuously, but it increases at a same amount. That is 10 into 1, 10, 10 into 2, 20, 10 into 3, 30. In this way, total revenue increases by the same amount. So 10, there is the total revenue increases in each and every item by 10. That's why now change in marginal revenue. That means change in total revenue occurs from the value of 10. That's why marginal revenue and average revenue, the value of average revenue and marginal revenue is always equal and similar under perfect competition. Okay, now I think you have completed this schedule, and now you have to do, or you have to derive AR curve, TR curve and MR curve in your copy. This is your assignment. This is your home assignment, and I am going to end today's class, and I would like to thank all the students for watching us, for listening us. And if you have any problems regarding today's class, you may drop your comments in the Facebook page of Radio Socially 106.3 megahertz, and you also may watch this program on Nispaksha TV. And thank you for listening me. Thank you for supporting me, and we will meet another day. Till then, bye and see you next time.